Hi, everyone. This is Mike with Choosing Love Today. As we continue our final few days of our Heroes Who Waited series, while we're finishing up in the book of Acts, I want to talk to you about Job. It's an Old Testament book. His story begins with everything working. Life made sense. Family was strong, business was thriving, faith steady, the kind of season where you think, all right, this is how life is supposed to go. And then, without warning, everything collapses. Not slowly, not over months, but in a single brutal avalanche. Job loses his wealth, his security, his children, his health, his sense of stability, even his sense of God's nearness. And after the shock comes the part we don't talk about enough. Job had to wait. He had to wait for answers that didn't come quickly. He had to wait for relief that didn't show up on schedule. He had to wait for God to speak, and God was silent for a long time. He had to wait for his friends to stop talking because their words weren't helping. He had to wait for his own heart to settle because grief doesn't run on a timer. Job wasn't just hurting, he was waiting in the dark, and that's where his heroism really showed up. He didn't pretend he was okay. He didn't hide the pain. He didn't give the everything happens for a reason speech. He didn't try to rush the process. Job sat in the ashes and waited. He waited honestly and he waited painfully. He waited with questions. He waited with tears. He waited with frustration. He waited with faith that was bruised but still breathing. And here's the part that hits home for all of us. Job didn't wait perfectly. He waited faithfully. And there's a difference. Perfect waiting never complains. Perfect waiting never questions. Perfect waiting never wrestles. Faithful waiting says, I don't understand this. I don't like this. I didn't ask for this. But I'm not letting go of God while I'm in it. Job teaches us that waiting isn't weakness, it's worship. Waiting isn't punishment, it's preparation. Waiting isn't God ignoring you, it's God shaping you. And when God finally speaks, Job realizes something. God had been present the whole time. Silent, yes, but not absent. Job's restoration didn't come because he was strong. It came because he stayed. That's the quiet heroism of Job, the kind that doesn't look impressive from the outside, but shakes heaven from the inside. Job reminds us when life falls apart, when answers don't come, when prayers feel like they're bouncing off the ceiling, when the night lasts longer than you thought it would. You're not failing, you're not forgotten, and you're not alone. You're just in a waiting season, the same kind every hero of the scripture had to walk through before God opened the next chapter. And like Job, your story isn't over, not even close. So don't stop waiting and keep choosing love today.